Today, let us look into the Stoic principles that explain why some people seem to defy time itself, not just in body, but in spirit. If you've ever been told you don't look your age, listen closely. You might already be living the Stoic way, without even realizing it. You might think it's genetics or good habits. But what if I told you the real secret is something deeper, something hidden in how they live, how they think, and how they respond to life? Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And that's the first lesson. Those who seem to stay young aren't free from hardship. They simply refuse to let hardship define them. Life has thrown storms their way, betrayals, losses, failures, but instead of sinking, they've stood firm, like the stoic oak in the wind. Stress ages us, not just in the mind, but in the face, the skin, even our posture. Chronic worry floods the body with cortisol, our internal aging agent. But the Stoic knows the only thing in their control is their response. Not the event, but the reaction. So they breathe, they endure, they move forward, not because life is easy, but because they have trained their mind to rise above the noise. And that, more than any product or routine, keeps them young. Heraclitus said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice." The Stoic doesn't resist this truth, they welcome it. Change is a law of nature. To fight it is to fight reality itself. And what happens when we resist what is? Frustration, anxiety, suffering. Those who look and feel old before their time often carry the heavy burden of resistance. They cling to the past, reject the new, and live in fear of the unfamiliar. But the Stoic embraces change with grace. They adapt, they grow. They ask not, "Why is this happening to me?" but "How can I grow through this?" This mental flexibility, this openness to the flow of life, is a fountain of youth, because rigidity breaks, but flexibility endures. In Stoicism, wisdom is not a destination, it's a lifelong journey. Epictetus taught that we must practice, not just theorize. Learning is living. And those who appear ageless understand this. Their minds remain sharp, not because they chase trends, but because they chase understanding. They are humble enough to say, "I don't know," and brave enough to seek the answer. Curiosity keeps the mind young, and a young mind keeps the body lively. Studies confirm this, but the Stoics knew it long ago. The soul shrinks when we stop growing. To live well is to learn constantly, through books, people, experiences, not to appear smart, but to understand how to live in alignment with nature and reason. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, never shied away from emotion, but he understood it was not to be suppressed nor obeyed blindly. It was to be examined and mastered. People age faster when they bottle things up, when they smile on the outside but suffer in silence. Over time, that tension manifests in the body, in the face, in the spirit. But those who live stoically understand the importance of inner harmony. They don't let anger simmer or sadness rot inside. They acknowledge what they feel, understand it, then release it through reason and action. They speak the truth, they laugh freely, they cry when they must, not because they are weak, but because they are real. Authenticity lightens the soul, and a light soul is hard to age. Associate with those who will make a better man of you, Seneca advised. The company you keep shapes your life, and your life, in many ways, shapes your face, your health, your very presence. People who radiate youth tend to surround themselves with those who uplift, not those who complain or gossip. They choose stillness over chaos, purpose over drama, truth over flattery. The Stoic knows that negative energy is a slow poison. It seeps in through careless words, constant noise, and unworthy friendships. So they guard their inner citadel. They choose their environment carefully, not out of arrogance, but out of self-respect. This discipline, this conscious curation of energy, creates a peace that shines outward. To the Stoics, pleasure is fleeting, but purpose is eternal. Youth fades fastest in those who live only for comfort. But those who live for meaning, they glow. A Stoic life is not passive, it's purposeful. Each day is a step in the practice of virtue, courage, justice, temperance, wisdom. There is no room for boredom, when each moment is a chance to become better. Those who carry this kind of fire in their hearts do not grow old the same way. They have something to live for, something bigger than themselves, and that drive keeps them alive, sharp, focused. You can see it in their eyes. You can hear it in their voice. They don't drift through life. They move with intention. He who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary. Seneca. The past is a weight that many carry far too long. Regrets, grudges, guilt, they pull the soul downward. But the Stoic did not live yesterday. They reflect, they learn, and then they release. Because they understand, what's done is done. Only the present remains within our grasp. Forgiveness, both for others and for oneself, is a Stoic superpower. It frees the spirit from unnecessary suffering. And freedom, internal freedom, is the most youthful state a human being can live in. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means refusing to let the past control the present. So why do some people look younger than their years? It's not just skincare or genes. It's because they've trained their mind to be calm, open, and free. They live by choice, not reaction. By purpose, not passivity. They don't fight time, they walk with it. And that is the true Stoic secret to timeless vitality. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more Stoic reflections on how to live deeply, think clearly, and endure with grace. And let me ask you, what's one Stoic habit that's kept you feeling youthful? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear. Stay grounded, stay curious, and stay timeless.